Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us this afternoon to celebrate the 2021 LaMarr Billups Award recipient, Dr. Ruthanne Chun. I'm Brenda Gonzalez, UW-Madison Director of Community Relations. It has been an absolute honor to partner with the Morgret Center for Public Service, the Community Partnership and Outreach Staff Network, and the Chancellor's Office on this important recognition, especially after the absence of the award and celebration in 2020. We're so glad that to highlight the work of Dr. Ruthanne Chun that so well exemplifies the Wisconsin idea. Everything from being Associate Dean for Clinical Affairs and Director of UW Veterinary Care to, who can forget, being part of a 2020 Super Bowl commercial. Ruthanne gives her all in all that she does. To start off the program, we would like to introduce Dr. Emily Arbach, 2017 LaMarr Billups awardee, to share a little bit about Lamar's legacy. Emily?
Thank you, Brenda, and congratulations to our 2021 winner for this award. I wanted to say that when I received this award, it was in person at the Chancellor's house. We stopped early with a thunderstorm, but it was nice to meet in person, and I know we'll all be happy to do that next year and meet each other in 3 dimensions. It meant a lot at the time to win an award named after LaMarr Billups. I knew him when he was at UW as such a champion of civil rights, workers' rights, and social justice in general. And LaMarr was the kind of person who worked behind the scenes. He never wanted the limelight. He really helped champion the Odyssey Project when I was getting that going and other programs, and was someone who cared deeply about making the world a better place. So for that reason, I'm grateful always to be a recipient of the LaMarr Billups Award, and I congratulate this year's winner, Dr. Ruthanne Chun. Back to you, Brenda.
Thank you, Emily. Great reminder that we will be together soon. And for someone that does not need an introduction, Kaleem Kerr was the winner of the 2018 LaMarr Billups Award. He's here to share more about Lamar's legacy. Kaleem?
Thank you, Brenda. LaMarr Billups' history in Madison is one for me defined by the fact that he built leaders for Madison's present and future. His work as a chief of staff for Russ Feingold during his early days, but also the early days of Russ Feingold's Senate service in the U.S. Senate. His work supporting the chancellors of UW-Madison, and getting the university much more involved in what was happening in the city of Madison and Dane County. His work supporting the transition of Mayor Dave Cheslevich. His work identifying, building, and promoting young leaders like me, Annette Miller, Don Krim, and so many others. And then he was always ready to provide advice and was just a steady support of mentoring and encouragement for so many of us. I can't tell you how many times I had conversations with LaMarr, sometimes whether I wanted to or not. He would have those conversations with me when I was younger, in my early 20s. I was much more of a revolutionary than some people might consider me now. I would say things and do things that weren't always appropriate to get people's attention, but he helped mold me. And I was honored when he recruited me, along with Annette Miller, back to Madison to serve as the president of the Urban League in 2010. So, for all of us who've been recognized with this award, I just want everybody to understand that LaMarr built leaders. And as we look to the future of all these individuals who received this award, including one of my favorite people who just went before me, with the program she has at the Odyssey Project, Emily, that's what she's doing also. So I feel like those of us who've been recognized are trying to live up to those standards that LaMarr said about building people for Madison's future. And I'm just appreciative to be an award winner and to be invited to do this today.
Thank you, Kaleem.
Yes.
Absolutely important. And you're doing just that with one city. And now with us, we have Dr. Elise Ward, instrumental in improving this award nomination process. Dr. Ward?
Thank you, Brenda. Certainly a wonderful opportunity to join with you all today. My name is Elise Ward. I'm a professor in the School of Nursing and the faculty director for the Morgret Center for Public Service. As I mentioned, certainly an honor to join with you today to continue to acknowledge the work of Mr. LaMarr Billups and to celebrate the award recipient today, Dr. Ruthanne Chun. So just a little bit more about Mr. LaMarr Billups. He was a special assistant to 2 chancellors, as well as the director of community relations for 11 years, from 1996 to 2007. He was known as an accomplished ambassador between the university and the city of Madison, and was always committed to social justice and civic engagement. He is well recognized for his highest level of leadership, integrity, and pursuit of intelligence, as well as excellence. So to hear more about LaMarr Billups, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Chancellor Blank. Chancellor Blank came to UW-Madison in 2013 as an internationally respected economist who has worked in 3 different presidential administrations, most recently as Deputy Secretary and Acting Secretary of the U.S. Department of Commerce under President Obama. She received her undergraduate degree in economics from the University of Minnesota and holds a doctoral degree from MIT. She has served on faculty at Princeton University, Northwestern University, and the University of Michigan, where she was the Dean of the Ford School of Public Policy. There are lots of reasons Chancellor Blank loves being here at UW-Madison. Among some of those reasons, the breadth of the curriculum on our campus, seeing the many ways our students engage in learning beyond the campus, game days with Bucky, ice cream at the Union Terrace, and of course the reason we are here this evening, to honor our mission of public service. Please join me in welcoming Chancellor Blank.
Thank you, Arlise, and thank you for all of your work with the Margaret Center for Public Service. Good afternoon, everyone. I am happy to be here to congratulate and celebrate Dr. Ruthanne Chun, the 2021 recipient of the LaMarr Billups Community University Engagement Award. And I'd like to thank Emily Auerbach, a previous recipient of the award, as noted, for her comments and for all of her wonderful community outreach work. I want to recognize the other past recipients of the award, some of whom are with us today. You've already seen Colleen Kerr. Thank you for being here, Colleen. Gloria Ladson-Billings, Robert Pierce, and Mary Rouse. I'm grateful for the many contributions that these individuals have made to the university, to the community, and to strengthening the connections between the two. One of the pillars of our mission at UW is to reach out beyond the borders of the campus, to share knowledge that improves people's lives. That is what we call the Wisconsin idea. And it's part of what makes us who we are as an institution. LaMarr Billups, as you've heard, was a strong proponent of this philosophy. He was deeply committed to economic and social justice and saw the incredible potential to solve problems through deep and meaningful connections between the university and the community. And he knew those connections would not only help bring knowledge and resources of the university to the community, but also bring knowledge and resources from the community to the university, enhancing the research and the teaching that we do here. After he passed away in 2011, this award was created to honor his legacy of commitment to civic institutions and social causes. Recipients of the LaMarr Billups Award are dedicated to improving the Madison community. They contribute to mutually beneficial partnerships that strengthen connections between the community and the university, and they exemplify integrity, leadership, and the pursuit of excellence. Dr. Ruthanne Chun is a worthy recipient of this award. As a faculty member in the School of Veterinary Medicine and director of the UW-Veterinary Care, she works tirelessly to improve the lives of animals in the community. As the co-founder and director of the Wisconsin Companion Animal Resources Education and Social Services Clinic, or WisCARES. She's created a national model for community outreach and collaboration between a vet med school and the community around it. Dean Mark Markell nominated Ruthanne for this award, and he's going to tell us more about the amazing work that she's done. Mark.
Thank you, Chancellor Blank. When the nomination cycle was opened for the LaMarr Billups Community University Engagement Award, I couldn't have imagined a more perfect fit than Ruthanne Chun to hopefully receive this award. In 2013, we had the unfortunate incident of an individual coming into our hospital who was homeless, had a dog that had issues, and was sadly turned away. At the time, we had a building down the road from our school that was called the Veterinary Science Building. It was one of our buildings, but it wasn't part of our hospital. The individual went into that building and asked for somebody to help his dog, and somebody in there was a veterinarian and did, and then called me, and then I talked to Ruthanne and said, are you kidding me? We don't actually help these people. And ultimately, with Ruthanne and her team and an incredible amount of effort, she stood up a practice, WisCARES, that went through a couple different iterations, is now out on the south side of Madison, where we serve the housing and housing unstable and their animals. And importantly, not only treat their animals, but also through social care workers and others, we partner with nursing, with the medical school, actually provide help to those individuals themselves. And it really is an embodiment of how we can not only help the community, but importantly, how we can educate our students around cultural humility, as well as cultural competencies. And at this stage, the overwhelming majority of our students spend time in the WisCARES clinic. I think learn much of what maybe they don't know otherwise. And I just want to congratulate Ruthanne for her as being the recipient of the 2021 LaMarr Billups Community University Engagement Award. And I'd just say, well deserved.
Thank you, Mark. Now we're going to go with Ruthanne. Hi, Dr. Chun.
Hi there.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. This is such an honor, and just listening to other stories and hearing what Emily had to say and Kaleem had to say, to be in such amazing company is truly humbling. I wish that I had known or even met Lamar. I never had that pleasure. And it strikes me that just hearing how he helped support people in their development, in becoming leaders, that it would have been a wonderful opportunity to learn and grow from him. His thoughts about supporting economic and social justice, and how we might build connections between UW and the community, is something that I've dedicated much of my career to. And you know, as others have said, I served as the hospital director for UW-Veterinary care for just over 10 years. And this is a huge hospital for veterinary patients. We treat animals with just a huge variety of problems. We have many specialists that work in our hospital. It's where many of our students get the majority of their training on how to become a veterinarian. And I'm so incredibly proud of what we do and how we serve the community through this hospital. And then, as Mark said, in 2013, a gentleman came to the hospital with his dog. And because he was homeless and did not have funds, more specifically because he did not have funds to pay for his dog's care, he was actually turned away from the hospital. And I am so grateful to the administrator at that other building, Linda. You changed lives by reaching out and telling Mark and I, hey, what's going on? Is this how we teach our students how to serve the community? And I'm incredibly grateful to Mark, my dean, who said, what do you want to do? And really gave me the support and encouragement and freedom to think about how do I want to do better outreach to a population that doesn't have access to care, for a companion where that four-legged companion means so very much to that person. It's their safety, it's their social network, it's their entry back into the community, because we all know that when we see an animal on the street, people go and talk to that animal, but they might not talk to that person. And so it's a really important connection for that individual. And that human-animal bond is so important to somebody that doesn't have a lot else in their life at that moment. So this award really is, for me, for the fact that I was able to, and given the support to be able to develop this. And this award is for William, the first person that we hired to help actually run this program. And for all the staff and volunteers that work at WisCARES that helped figure out what it would look like to have an actual brick and mortar clinic instead of working out of the Salvation Army or the Tenant Resource Center to provide care to people's animals, and to the folks at social work who connected with us very quickly and helped us recognize that if we can help build trust by caring for somebody's animal, if we have a social worker with us, maybe that trust can transfer to that social worker who can then help people actually identify resources in the community, either through concrete or referral means. And so it's been an amazing opportunity, an amazing journey. I'm so proud of where we are now. And that as COVID lifts and things become more and more interactive once again, we will have a stronger interprofessional clinic down on Emil Street on the south side of Madison, where we have veterinary medicine, where we have social work, where we have some amazing, amazing volunteers from the School of Pharmacy, and where we have people that are so dedicated to being able to provide care to folks who have a companion that is so important to them that sometimes they would actually forego their own medical care to try and take care of this particular companion. So what we do in providing veterinary medical care, in providing boarding and fostering for those animals that are such important companions, so the human can go and get their own care, whether it's inpatient surgery or actually going to do a job interview or finding time to talk to their child's teacher. And we provide a safe place for their animals to be when that person is not with them and they don't have anywhere else to leave that animal. So I'm very, very proud of the work that we do, and to know that WisCARES now ranks up there with the Odyssey Project, which I have so long looked at and thought this is just an amazing, amazing program. It's such an honor to be part of this. I'm very grateful and really look forward to 2022 when we can be able to celebrate in person. And I am eagerly looking forward to who will get that award next year. There's some wonderful things that happen on this campus and in this community, and I'm so proud to be part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Chun. I agree, completely agree. And also, thank you for being the neighbor. We are right here at UW-Madison's SMP, South Madison Partnership. So hopefully we'll see you around here soon. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for attending and spending time with us today to recognize and honor Dr. Ruthanne Chun and her work. I'd like to thank the members of the selection committee for their time and effort throughout the process. The LaMarr Billups Award is one we love. Thank you again and enjoy the evening.